All right. So we're going to identify and apply properties of quadrilaterals. Now we're using the notes from yesterday, which if you don't have them, they're in the blue bin, filled out. You can use that copy. Okay. So everyone looking up here. Now, yesterday we just went over the properties. Okay. And does anyone have those notes? No one has these notes. Got the notes? Yesterday's notes. Y'all did. Y'all can get the paper? Just watch the video? Not the notes for real. We want to find these missing variables. So let's start with x. Okay. Now, what was on the notes yesterday is that this angle and this angle that are next to each other are not equal. Okay. Now you can tell one of them's acute, one of them's obtuse. They aren't the exact same. So what we did write down, or what you can see at the very bottom one on the front page, it says that these consecutive angles are supplementary. Supplementary means they add up to how many degrees? (180). Cool. So another thing we know is that if it's opposite, it's equal or congruent, right? So for example, these opposite sides, those are congruent. Same value. Opposite sides, same value. Opposite angles also, same value. But when they're next to each other like this, inside those angles are going to be supplementary. So here's how you set this up. And I know it's a weird day to do this, so now I hope you have your phones, okay? Because we don't have yellow calculators today because of the SAT testing. You'll have to use your phone to do some math. But here's how you set it up. I know that this angle and this angle are supplementary. So I'm going to write 7x plus 67 plus 3x plus 3. And since they're supplementary, we add them, equals 180. Okay. Now here's the question. Can you solve that? Okay. How do we solve this? We want to solve for x. Do you see 7x and 3x? They're on the same side of the equal sign, to the left. Do I combine them or do I get rid of one? What do you think? Combine like terms on the same side. That's what I'm going to do. 7x plus 3x is what? 10x. And the constants, 67 and 3, those can also combine. What's 67 plus 3? 70. So this is really, after I combine like terms, 10x plus 70 equals 180. Okay? Now you're going to have a problem like this. Does everyone see what we're doing here? We set it up equal to 180, combine like terms. Now let's solve this. Do I get rid of the 10 or the 70 first? The loner, which is 70. Cool. We'll get to the 10 next. But first, get rid of that 70. So how do I get rid of the positive 70? Subtract. Very good. Minus 70 minus 70. 10x equals, and 180 minus 70 is 110. Now, to get rid of that 10, last step, it's being multiplied, so the opposite is divide. Divide by 10, divide by 10. 110 divided by 10 is 11. Okay. So do you see when angles are next to each other on a parallelogram, that's what this guy is right here. You add them, equals 180. Now, here's something different. What about y? So here's my y, 8y plus 16, 12y. What do I know about these opposite sides? They're the same, right? And again, if you look at your notes, opposite sides are congruent. Okay, second from the bottom there. Sorry. Everything's falling down here. Oh, yeah. Okay, 1 second. 12y and 8y plus 16 are equal, so you set them equal. Here's how you write it. 12y equal sign 8y plus 16. And now, y is on different sides of the equal sign. So instead of combining them, this is where I get rid of the smaller one. Which y is smaller, 12y or 8y? 8y. How do I get rid of a positive 8y? Subtract. So minus 8y, minus 8y. 12y minus 8y is 4y. Last step to get rid of that 4. We do divide. 16 divided by 4 is 4. Perfect. Now, last one, z. What do you think z is going to be equal to? What do you think z is going to be equal to? $20. Okay, so look, opposite sides are congruent. We just did that, right? We did that sideways here. It also works this way. Okay, so parallel sides are congruent in a parallelogram. So z and 20 are the same, so z has to equal 20. Okay, good. All right, so z equals 20. Sometimes it's just look at it, and that's the answer. You know what I'm saying? Now, I will pass this out, the assignment for today. You're going to be applying those properties, just like on the warm-up, to these quadrilaterals in the assignment, okay? So you got to know if you need to set things up or add them up to 180 or whatever. I am here to help you. Pass one over, please. So if you get stuck, if you're not sure what the deal is, talk to me, okay? If you look at number 1, a lot of this is just opposite stuff is equal. It's kind of easy, okay? The ones that are tricky on number 1, A and C, you got to actually think about it because they're supplementary, okay? But number 2 is just like the warm-up. If you get stuck on number 2, think about what's on the warm-up, and I'll leave it on the front board here, okay? But I want you to go through this, use your notes, and actually talk to me if you are stuck. I'm happy to help you, okay? So I'm going to let you get started on this now. Here we go.